In this video, I'm going to be showing you how one of our partners was able to turn his 120 million naira land into 300 million within a year and a half. One of the things I've noticed with real estate is most times when people want to invest in it, they're either just going to buy land or buy a house. If they have 200 million, they'll go and buy 200 million naira house. There is hardly any strategy to it. With this series, I'm going to be explaining some special strategies that you can start implementing to scale your real estate investment. So instead of you to wait 10 years for imaginary appreciation or real appreciation, sometimes you can do it within a year and a half, 2 years, get the same appreciation, get your money out, and you can use it to buy more properties, more investment, or use it to live the life of your dream. So one of the first steps is getting the land. Now, the first thing I usually recommend is location. The location is very important. Not everywhere you can do this. I've gotten calls from people saying, right, I have a land in Sangotedo, come and help me develop. It can't work. The only time that a developer wants to partner with you on your property for joint venture is when the land is very valuable. It's in locations where the land is valuable and scarce. Urban areas, already developed areas. I mostly do my work in Lagos, so I understand the Lagos real estate market very well. So most of the examples I'm going to be giving you will be based on Lagos. Sangotedo does not work for this. At the moment, Sangotedo does not work for this. So locations that are very, very good for things like this is Lekki, the major parts of Lekki, Yaba, Surulere, Maryland, Ikeja. Some other locations that are good. Like when I mean good, I mean people are paying high rent there, which is one way to know if the location will work. The rent, how much are you collecting for rent? If for a studio I can make up to $1 million yearly with a studio apartment, it's a good metric. It means that area is doing well, because by the time you are getting the land, the developer is moving in and is building what he wants to build, he will be able to get good value for his money, and you too will be able to get good value for your money. But the hot areas now is Lekki, Surulere, Yaba, Ikoyi too. But my concern with Ikoyi is the land, the money you spend getting the land alone. It will be hard to build something. Developer find out to build something that would be worth that value to you, or at least double your own more value for land. So the land price there is already very, very high. Someone asked me, what about Aja? And one of the things why I don't think Aja will be a good deal, or Sangotedo and all those areas, is because of the value of the land versus the cost of building. The cost of building is very high because the soil is not very good, so it costs a lot more. So the developer coming to do the work will probably do piling foundation. You have to bore holes deep in the ground, and it costs a lot of money. So whatever he's building for himself or you is going to cost him a lot, except the land is really large, maybe 10,000 square meters, 20,000 square meters a hair, then it's kind of worth it, right? Because you build an estate, which increases the value of how much you are selling per unit and things like that. The next thing that you have to do is make sure you buy it below market value. If you have a land that is worth 150 million, chance if you can get for 120. If it's 80 million, chance if you can get for 70 or 50. How do you know what the market value is of the property you want to buy? You go to platforms like Nigerian Property Center, go to their filter out to what exactly you're looking for. Then you see what are the prices most people are selling it. That will give you an idea what the average price is. Then you make sure that you negotiate something below that average price. From the beginning, you're already at profit. So after you've done location, you've gotten a below value, one of the things you have to look at is the size of the land. Usually I recommend minimum of 1,000 square meters. Why? So it will be easy for the developer to have his own plots and you have your own. So anything from 1,000 up is usually recommended. But in few cases where your land is in a very good location, a plot can work, or 600 square meters or 700 square meters can still work. But generally, it's usually best 1,000 up. So that way you can attract as many offers as possible. Next thing now is negotiation with the developer. So you have to now get who will do this deal with me, which developer am I going to work with. You can go through agents, right? Put it out with agents. Hey, I need to develop my property. This is what I'm looking for. So you generally have what you're looking for. Depending on the value of your land and the land size would determine what you can get. Please, disclaimer, very big disclaimer. You have to be very, very careful you work with on this. because you can have a good deal, a good land, and then the developer you bring in is not that good, doesn't do a quality job, or worse, abandons the project for a long time. So you have to make sure that you vet the developer you're working with. Another thing you can do is put some clauses in your contract that kind of indemnifies you and gives you possession after a certain period of time. So if you give developer 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you put some terms and conditions. Okay, if the developer is not able to finish within this time, this is what happens. Maybe you can sell the project yourself to another person and that person will refund the developer, or the developer will have to pay some damage fee for another extension of time. You just have to draft a contract that protects your interests. So in case you get someone and the person is not doing the job well, you can be able to get good value regardless. What are the risks in this? Now, one of the major risks is picking the wrong developer. That is where all the problem can come from. The only good thing is the land is still yours. You do not hand over the property to the developer until he has delivered the amount of units he's supposed to deliver to you. Two is, if you have any title disputes that comes up during the period, so you have to make sure that your title document is solid, that you have whatever title that assures you as the owner of the land. Three, one risk I think might come up, which I feel some people don't foresee, is being able to sell it after it has been built. It's not easy to sell properties. Yes, people will walk around with the assumption that if my land is 100 million, if my land is 200 million, I can sell it easily. It's not very easy. So what I usually recommend is get a partner developer, a partner agent that can help you with the marketing to, or a realtor. One of the things you can do to attract good realtors is reach out to them, give them good commissions. Let's say they build the house for you now, you want to sell. You get one main realtor that will handle the whole thing. Give him a good deal and he's going to push out the project to itself. So it all also depends on you and what you want to do with the property. If you're looking at, by the time I get my units, I sell them, usually I recommend, if you are doing this kind of partnership, sell it, take your money, go. If you want to build house, buy house for rental income, just go buy your land, build it yourself. No, it's for rental income. But if you are doing partnerships like this, you can sell. If you get a good developer, the developer can also help you sell those units. But I would recommend not to do that because it will make the whole business complicated. Then another thing is engineering. You need to get an engineer, your own engineer that will monitor the project from time to time. Please, monitor is not micromanage. So you don't try to micromanage the developer because nobody likes that. But you need to have an engineer making sure that what they are building for you is solid. Engineer that will review the structural drawing, the architectural drawing, and all those details. Secondly, you need to draw all those things. Make sure that whatever they are building for you, they've done the drawings and all those things for you to confirm, okay, this is what I'm expecting, especially after you've signed, or preferably before. So you know what to expect, as much details as you can before you go into the negotiation or you go into an agreement with the person.